Hi everyone, welcome back. So you may have seen a video that I posted just a little while ago, which was basically a comparison of sports massage with foam rollers and stretching. And in this video, I talked a little bit about different types of some of the different types of stretching and how they would benefit you in terms of muscle strength during a workout, talking about which types of stretching are better before and after a workout and which ones increase the risk of injury. But in this video today, I'm gonna just address stretching. I'm going to talk about a couple of other different types of stretching as well. Just to sort of really let you know what the differences are. And I'm also going to talk about passive stretching, which is what I do a lot as a sports therapist. And I'm going to be talking about the benefits of that. So that, if you come for a sports massage and you may not expect to, but you may get a little bit of passive stretching done as well. So I'm going to explain why sports therapists such as myself will do that. So yes, there are different types of stretching. Each has their own benefits. So first off, if you've seen that other video, you will have heard me talk about ballistic stretching. Now, this is a form of passive or dynamic stretching, but in a bouncing motion, which forces the limb into an extended range of motion when the muscle has not relaxed enough to enter it. It involves fast bouncing movements where a double bounce is performed at the end of the range of movement. So, for example, bouncing up and down repeatedly to touch your toes. Now, this type of stretching is generally not considered useful and it can lead to injury because, as you say, you're going into that end range of motion when the muscle isn't relaxed enough necessarily to do it. And it doesn't allow your muscles to adjust and relax in the stretched position. So, a better form of stretching would be dynamic stretching, which is beneficial in sports, utilising momentum from form and the momentum from static active stretching strength in an effort to basically propel the muscle into an extended range of motion, which but one which doesn't exceed that person's static or passive stretching ability. So this could be something like torso twists or walking lunges. And these are the types of stretches that you'll see, in people like footballers as part of their warm-up. Dynamic stretching, again, if you've seen my other video, you'll hear me say that it's great for warm-ups. Okay, so then we've got our active stretching. Sometimes this is referred to as static active stretching, and it eliminates force and its adverse effects from stretching procedures. So it stimulates and prepares the muscles for use during exercise, not only stretching those muscles and tissues, but it prepares the muscles for the action by activating and warming them up. And an active stretch is one where you assume a position and hold it there, with no assistance other than using the strength of those agonist muscles. So an example of this could be if you bring your leg up high and then hold it there without anything other than your leg muscles, to keep that leg in an extended position. So you're not holding the leg with your hand or anything, you're literally, it's just all your leg. Now in comparison, you've then got static stretching, which is a stretch that is held in a challenging but comfortable position for a period of time, usually somewhere between 10 and 30 seconds. Static stretching is probably the most common form of stretching found in general fitness. It's considered safe and effective for improving overall flexibility. So, for example, a hamstring stretch where you sit on the floor, legs straight, and lean forward so that your hands try to touch your toes. That would be a static stretch. The one thing with this, which again you will see in my other video, is that it can be best used as a cool down after workout rather than for the warm up, because it can affect muscle strength during, particularly if you're doing weights, if used as part of a warm up. So that's one consideration, to take into account. Okay, so one type of stretching that I didn't talk about in the other video was isometric stretching. Now, it's a type of static stretching involving the resistance of muscle groups by tensing the stretched muscles. It's an advanced form of flexibility training that should really be prescribed with caution. It's useful for developing extreme range of motion associated, for example, with martial arts, used to develop strength in stretched positions. So, for example, placing an outstretched leg on a chair and using your body weight to bring about a stretch. That's an example of static passive stretching. But if during that stretch, the hamstrings are contracted, so in other words, trying to bend the knee by pressing the heel into the chair, then the activity becomes an isometric stretch. As I say, that's something usually done more with martial arts than anyone else. Okay, so then you've got PNF stretching, which stands for proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Now, this is a more advanced form of flexibility training, which involves both stretching and contracting of the muscle group being targeted. It targets specific muscle groups to increase flexibility and improve muscular strength. And then we've got passive stretching, which is what I'm going to sort of focus on a little bit more, because it's what I do, with clients in my work as a sports therapist. So passive stretching is a technique in which you are relaxed, you make no contribution to the range of motion at all. So instead, an external force is created either manually or mechanically by an outside agent, someone like me. So quite often, when I do a sports massage treatment, I will often carry out some passive stretching on the clients, sometimes at the beginning as well as at the end. And then you can see like the comparison and how well the treatment has worked as well. Stretching after any workout, we know, is important because it helps the muscles to cool down properly and reduce the buildup of lactic acid. So in the same way, when the muscles have been manipulated during, for example, a sports massage, doing a few passive stretches allows those muscles to cool down and relax once any tight areas have been released. It's also a safe way to prepare the muscles for activity, elongating a shortened muscle to improve the range of motion and reduce the chance of injuring that muscle, as well as improving flexibility without putting strain on that muscle tissue. Passive stretching is not just for athletes. It can also be beneficial to ease tension that may be caused by a client's everyday life, for example, due to their occupation, which may involve sitting in front of a computer for long periods of time. Or, potentially even any hobbies that involve repetitive movements. Maybe if you're a keen gardener and you're always sort of kneeling in the garden digging. So, there are lots of benefits of passive stretching: decreased stress on muscles, reduced pain and stiffness, enhanced range of motion, improved muscle function, reduced risk of injury, enhanced performance, improved blood flow and circulation, minimized wear and tear on joints, and generally, an improved quality of life. So, quite a few benefits there. So next time, you go for a sports massage and then the therapist starts kind of pulling your legs or arms in various directions and stretching you out, that's why we do it, and it just really extends the benefits of the massage treatment. So that is a sort of very basic guide to different types of stretching, and hopefully just give you a little bit of information to decide which one is best for you to use, either before or after your workout sessions or sports activities. So as always, I will be doing more posts, particularly sort of on the sports injury route. Do subscribe to my channel and you'll be informed when they come out. You won't miss one. Feel free to comment down below or contact me through my Facebook or Instagram pages, and I will do my best to answer any queries that you have. But for now, that is all from me. So take care and I will see you next time. Bye.